What is up, guys? Today we're talking about what film, animation, and TV production can teach us about time management. Let's do it. This first tip is not necessarily about saving time, but about managing it better. Something I've been struggling with very recently is I want to finish something I start like that day. So if I come up with an idea for a video, I want to like write it, shoot it, edit it, and publish it, like post it in that day, like get it done. I'm trying to learn from just the process of film production. Film takes time. They, write it, shoot it, and then it's handed off to the editor, and then it's finally posted. And I'm sure there are films that have been, like all that has been done in one day, but overall, no. And I think that's probably to the film's benefit and also probably to the mental sanity of everyone involved's benefit. So what I'm trying to do is just pace myself. It's time blocking, basically. So I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna write for an hour and I'm just gonna get what I can get done in an hour done, and then I'm gonna come back to it later and I'm gonna go for a walk or talk with my fiance or just, do something other than work all the time. Tip number 2, we're getting from the animation production workflow, and we'll just call it edit first. As you may or may not know, usually live action, motion pictures, TV, they write it, they shoot it, and then they edit it last. But then for animation is a very time-consuming process, and you have to physically draw out or render or move, if it's stop motion, the characters or geometric shapes for every frame. And so if you approached it like live action, where you say, okay, I'm gonna, let's say, draw out the scene from at least 3 different angles, and then I'm gonna just pick later, like which ones, how I want to cut them together. Like, I don't think an animated movie would ever get made because it would take so long. And what's happening there is you're wasting time ultimately, because you're drawing all this stuff that nobody's gonna ever see. I mean, maybe it's good practice for your drawing. So what they do is they edit everything first. They put together what's called an animatic, and it's basically a very rough cut of the film with sort of the storyboard images. Then they know, okay, we need to draw it from this angle for this amount of time, this many frames exactly. Then they do that. That's all they need to do. They don't do anything more than they need to do. Extrapolating this idea of editing first to life and school, it's basically like outlining a paper. You can start like stream of consciousness writing a paper, which if that works for you, that's awesome. But sometimes, I think usually what would happen is you'll write stuff that's kind of totally unusable or not the most helpful for your paper's argument, etc. But if you outline, you say, okay, I need to make this point and this point and this point, and then you go in after you've done that, after you've edited first, after you said I need these 3 things, you go in and you write those 3 things, and you don't spend time writing something that you don't need. Editing first definitely takes more time up front, but it should save you time overall. This third tip, probably my favorite, is borrowed from talk show production, and it's using a teleprompter to help you read. This has probably quadrupled my reading speed at minimum. So what you do basically is you go on, you can search like online teleprompter or teleprompter. I use this site, and you copy and paste the text you have to read into there, and you press prompt, and it'll just scroll through it for you. You can increase the speed to just, a clip where you can keep up, but that it goes pretty quick. For me, I like that. And it sort of forces, or it can force you to keep up. For me, what I struggle with is I'll try and read, and then I'll get like bored or just distracted, or I'll start thinking about something else. And do that thing we all do where we read the same sentence and read the same sentence and read the same sentence. And reading takes me forever. So what this does is it kind of, I remember in high school, they were talking about like speed reading, and you had to like use your finger or like somehow move your eyes so that they like go from here to there, but don't like necessarily pick up every word, and but your brain like registers the word. I'm no expert for sure, but basically, as far as my very ill-informed understanding of reading faster goes, teleprompters do the work for you, and you just kind of have to like keep up as best you can. And I think it makes it more engaging to read, and it also helps me read faster because I don't have to be sort of the one in control of keeping the pace up. It does that for you. And it's really, I think it's really handy. And that's it. I hope you guys found these tips helpful. If you're looking for more tips to invest in managing our time better, I have the inner vlog about stress video, which I'll put in the cards, and the minimalism video. So yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys found this helpful. And if you did, please give it a like and a subscribe. That way I also know what kind of stuff people are interested in and what I can sort of make that'll help you guys out. So yeah, I appreciate that. Feel free to comment too. I hope you guys have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye now.